How you doing, guys, and welcome to another Dark Souls video where I'll be taking on all the bosses. And this is it, guys. This is it, the penultimate episode. This is the final boss in the entire game. And I can't even believe I did it, but I beat this guy on my first try. I know, I shocked myself. I was not expecting it. That's not to say that he wasn't difficult, because he really was. But yeah, I beat him on my first try. So throughout this video, I'm gonna offer people some tips on what I did, and hopefully it'll help some people out. You never know, because this is the final boss of the game. It's very tough, very tough. He did a lot of things that I was not expecting, but I played very defensively in this fight. And the reason I was playing so defensively is because obviously this was the first time I fought this boss. There you can see there's no fog door. There's no fog door. I've still got all my souls. That's proof that this is my first attempt at this boss. There's my proof right there. So I was playing very defensively to begin with because I had no idea what this guy was capable of and what kind of moves he had. The first thing I noticed is that all his attacks seem to be fire-based, which I was pretty happy about because the equipment I'm wearing and my shield I'm having, it's got pretty high resistance to fire. So that would be my first piece of advice: wear equipment that's got high defense of fire, because it is going to help you a lot in this video. And the second piece of advice that I would give people is that right there, he sort of constantly switches between what kind of attacks he does. First he had a sort of standard sword, and he was doing his standard swiping attacks, and here he sort of switches to a sort of magic shooter, mage type user. And a lot of these magic blasts can be real bastards, because sometimes, you see there, he'll do that sort of sideways sweep of magic, and that's really hard to dodge. But luckily I never got hit with that move, so I cannot tell you how powerful that is, but I can only assume that it would either do some serious damage or it may even one hit kill you. I don't know. So yeah, this is his second stage. He sort of switches to a spear, and the spear is a bastard. I've got to be honest, it's got such high reach, and I don't recommend throwing everything you've got at this guy when he's in his spear mode like this, because it's hard to get close to him because he's got such insane reach with it. So I would recommend playing the defensive when he's got his spear weapon up like this, because you're going to have a much harder time hitting him. He's just switched to another form now. This time he does have a sword, but it's a faster version than his first version. And again, I would not recommend going toe-to-toe with this guy when he's in this form, because you just saw that backflip that he just did right there. This guy is seriously agile when he's in this form. You will have a really, really hard time not just hitting him, but just fucking keeping up with him. So again, when he's in this form, I would strongly suggest sticking to the offensive. And lucky for me, he's just swapped into his spear again, which I fucking hate. But it is definitely possible to get a few hits in with a spear. It's just much harder compared to his first form, which is the sword form that he has. In my opinion, of all the forms this guy goes through, his sword, his faster version of the sword, his magic, and this obviously spear, in my opinion, this right here, this form, when he's just got his standard sword, in my opinion, this is the time to strike. This is definitely the easiest form to fight him in. It pretty much just becomes a standard sword battle at this point. But as you can see, it is taking me a while. I mean, the recording's been going on for 5 minutes now, and I've only got his health down to just above a third, I'd say. And that's because, like I said, I was playing very defensively. I was mainly keeping my distance and trying to stay back, mainly so I could learn what he was capable of. And what I learned was that, like I said, this form right here is definitely, in my opinion, definitely without a doubt, the best time to strike. It's not impossible, but it is harder to strike in his spear mode. And it's damn right impossible to even keep up with him when he's got his second sword. But luckily, he only used that form with me once, so I didn't really have to worry about that too much. Okay, so there we go. That's the first form dealt with. Then he sort of slams his sword in the ground, gets a whole new fucking health bar, and he just goes fucking schizo. The good news is, when he's like this, he won't constantly keep swapping between weapons like he was in the first form, so that's a good thing. The bad thing is, this guy has got some fucking deadly moves. This move right here, in my opinion, that's the best time to strike. I'll talk more about that later on. But these lightning attacks that he shoots, they're easy to dodge. They're not even anything to worry about. They're so easy. And that lunging attack, again, it doesn't really do anything. But the main thing you have to worry about is the combo that he does. And you'll know when he's gearing up for a combo because he'll swing his sword really high over his right shoulder. And he'll hold it there for half a second before he swings it back at you. And if he hits you with that combo, you will just get fucking stun locked. There it is. There, you see? You see, there's the combo. There's the combo. And he finishes with a slam to the ground. If you get hit with any move in that combo, you will just get stun locked and there is no way to get out of it. You just have to ride it out until the end of a combo. So definitely, when you see him raise his sword over his right shoulder and hold it there for half a second, use that half a second to get the fuck out of there, because you do not want to get caught in it. I got caught in it once in this video. Luckily, I didn't get much at all. That move right there, when he sort of dives in the air, that is right there. It's the perfect time to strike. There, you see, this is what I'm talking about. I got caught in the combo. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to ride it out. But, he gets a new move, this one where he sort of shoots the lightning in the air. But again, if you keep dodging to your side, they won't even hit you. That diving move, when he jumps up in the air like that, that's your time to strike. When he dives up in the air, if you roll forward, then you can completely bypass his entire attack. And while he's recovering on the ground, you can get a few hits in. I recommend getting about 2, maybe 3 hits in while he's doing that. And again, there you see, roll towards him, he cannot do anything. You can get some hits in before he can even recover. And this method definitely takes a long time to do, because as you can see, this recording's been going on for 8 minutes now, and I'm still on it. I've been fighting this guy for so long. But in my opinion, it's definitely the method of the best method of playing it safe. You know, that move where he dives, that's your time to strike. Yeah, it really is the best advice that I can give people. Stay the fuck away from him when he's doing everything else, especially that combo that he does, because that combo is fucking deadly. You do not want to get caught in that. And these lightning arcs, if you're too close, they will just knock you down. So that diving move is definitely, without a doubt, that's the time when you have to strike. And like I said, it will take a while, but it's the playing it safe method. And eventually, you will wear him down, and this fight will be over. It may take a while, but it will be over. And there you have it, guys, the final boss of the entire game beaten. I've gone through all the bosses, I've beaten all the bosses, even the optional bosses. This series has officially come to an end, and I'm so proud of myself for doing it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my videos and keeping up with them. And I only hope that the tips and advice I've given in this video can help other players. I really do. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video there. Again, a massive thank you to everyone who's been watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Whatever the next game will be, I will see you next time.